What would cause this former Air Force pilot to want to become a publisher of comic books?
I grew up learning in a lot of ways how to read and getting excited to read. Reading Daredevil and Captain America and Superman and Spider-Man and all that.
Meet Matt Miller of Sticker Swarm Media, who has decided that when it comes to having a positive influence on kids, he's not, well, monkeying around.
I just think society today, in so many ways, our families and our kids are bombarded. We're always looking for something edgier, looking for something darker. So my thought was, wouldn't it be cool to come up with a comic book series that taught some principles, was something that parents could be confident in, that their kids were going to be exposed to good things.
So Matt contacted a young writer who happened to be the son of a good friend of his.
All I did is I went to Caleb and Tyler and said, guys, let's do a full-length comic. You guys game?
And so Marlin and Percy was born.
They came up with the whole concept of these two apes.
Back in junior high, I'd have these books, Learn How to Draw. And so my go-to was always these monkeys I'd draw, the little chimp and the big ape one. And they'd always be decked out in superhero costumes.
And so Marlin and Percy was born.
Marlin is kind of the big brother, the more wise of the two. Percy, on the other hand, is the younger brother, the one that doesn't think really before he acts, he just goes and acts.
But there's more to the story than the adventures of this pair of superhero simians.
The goal is to teach values and principles and morals in the stories that we tell, but to do it in a fun way.
We want to be still pushing the good morals, but yeah, have stuff going on, Not be afraid to blow things up a little bit.
Kids just love the idea of a couple of apes that want to be superheroes. Parents really seem to love it too, knowing that our whole goal is to provide something that can inspire their kids, but that is something that mom and dad don't have to be concerned about what they're reading or what they're being exposed to.
Matt has gone so ape over his new pet project that he's decided to give away 1 million copies in ebook form.
I know that reading comic books inspired me to read. So my goal is, with giving the 1 million comic books away, that we get that comic in a bunch of kids' hands and it helps inspire them to read.
That's a lot of kids.
Our first comic went to what, 2 people? Including us?
But for Matt, inspiring kids to read is only the beginning.
To not only inspire them to read, but also to inspire them to be more involved in their community and just to inspire them to be better in general.
I'm Scott Hooper for Sticker Swarm Media.